Whoo! What's going on? What's going on? Damn, it's actually hot today. Shit, it's the first hot day we've had in God knows how long. I think yesterday I was in a damn sweatshirt. You know, not today though. It's hot as hell. But anyway, so we all know the whole saga that's basically been going on as it pertains to, you know, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, and with this whole, you know, arbitration thing. And then we also know what's been going on as far as supposedly, quote, what's been going on as far as these Anthony Joshua's team and Tyson Fury's team setting up a pay-per-view bout for Undisputed in Saudi Arabia. Now, since everything has happened, we've seen Eddie Hearn pretty much screaming about how, oh, you know, he's pissed off about the whole thing. He's shocked. You know, he was told that this wouldn't be an issue and all this other bullish. You know what I mean? Because if you've seen any of my videos, I've said from the beginning, this is all BS. It wasn't a real fight. It never was going to be a fight. Even if Deontay Wilder lost the arbitration, if Deontay Wilder right now got kidnapped by some aliens and he was gone and he wasn't an issue, that fight still wouldn't have happened because it never was a fight that was going to happen. But what I'm saying is that if supposedly it was a real fight, let's hypothetically say it was a real fight, and hypothetically they really wanted to get it done and they really wanted to go through. If that's the case, then finish negotiating. Finish negotiations. And after you're done finishing negotiations, sign for the fight. You can sign for that. The Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. They can sign for that fight. They can completely set that up and be good. Remember when a year ago or so, when Tyson Fury came up, you know, and it was like Michael McCann, whatever the hell his name is, my boy, he got it done. You know, 2-fight deal, you know, versus me and Anthony Joshua, you know, signed, sealed, delivered, and all we have to do is all I have to do is take care of the Browns bomber, you know, and then we can get on to these 2 fights. You know, we saw Deontay Wilder when Anthony Joshua was fighting Andy Ruiz, and they put out the statement saying that, you know, it was confirmed that he was fighting Ortiz next. Then after that, boom, he confirmed that he was fighting Tyson Fury right after that, and everything was signed for both fights, ready to go. It was that 1 fight and then a 2-fight deal with Tyson Fury. So he basically signed up for 3 fights. Signed up for 3 fights. 3 fights he had signed up for. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua can do the same thing. You know, you could get the whole contract situated, get it all set, sign for it, you know, have the Prince have the money in escrow, have that all set, where then the only thing that you have to do is just to, you know, Tyson Fury to get past Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua to get past Usyk, and then you can have Undisputed still. You can still do it. So my thing is that if supposedly this negotiation's real, lock it down now. Just lock it down. You know, so everything is good to go. If you really want to make it interesting, get Deontay Wilder involved into it. Get Deontay Wilder involved in it, where then he signs a contract. So because it's 50-50, right? So it's a 50-50 deal. So since it's a 50-50 fight with Tyson Fury, there should be no reason why it can't be a 50-50 deal with Deontay Wilder. Have him sign up, so the winners of those fights can face each other. You know? Or you could say Anthony Joshua has to win his bout. You know, there will be Anthony Joshua versus the winner of Fury versus Deontay Wilder, where they both will be given the same deal, show proof of funds, show the money in escrow, all of that, so that can be signed up. So either way, later on this summer, later on during the year, you have Undisputed in Saudi Arabia, where each party is guaranteed $75 million. So you still get the Undisputed, and you still get it in Saudi Arabia, where then everybody's happy. Do that. You know, do that. You know, but Deontay Wilder's, quote, going to get knocked out by Tyson Fury. He's going to run through him. He's going to destroy him. He's going to bash him up, you know, and get rid of him and take him completely out the way. Anthony Joshua, we know he's gonna beat Usyk. He's gonna beat Usyk. I don't see him losing to Usyk at all. I think he stops Usyk in that fight. So, since that's gonna happen, just do the deal. Get the deal completely done. Sign it up. Sign up that deal. So then you're good to go. So you have no worries. You can focus on your fights, and all the fans can understand and know that, hey, after these fights, the big one's coming. You're getting the big, huge British Bash in Saudi Arabia for all the marbles, all the belts, with the record-breaking, signing fee, site fee. And the second that Deontay Wilder fight's over versus Tyson Fury, and just set it up so Usyk versus Anthony Joshua is also in the same month. Once both those fights are done, they can start building that stadium. They can have everybody on standby to make sure everything goes the way they want it to go. And as soon as that goes down, boom, you can start building that stadium. Get it ready to go. For that bout later on that year. If all this stuff is for real, if all this was real, because my train of thought is, the reason why I've said it, the reason why they kept, and Eddie Hearn kept saying next week. What he was waiting for the next week was for the arbitration to be over. And for the arbitration to basically say that, hey, you can't do that fight. So he can be like, oh, I didn't know, I'm shocked. Like he's saying, I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. They told us it wouldn't be an issue. That's all. He was just waiting for that. This was nothing but promotion for Anthony Joshua and for Tyson Fury as well. Keep them in the news. Keep people talking about them. Keep the hype going on. And they're going to be able to utilize this even more. Because now what they're going to be able to say is like, hey, after this next fight, we're doing Undisputed. So people can be all focused on the Usyk versus Tyson versus Anthony Joshua fight. Because with the Poolain fight, people weren't really interested in like that. Didn't really get that much fanfare. But when people understand and know that, oh man, after this is the big one, it's going to bring a lot of attention towards that fight. But it's also going to bring a lot of attention towards Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder as well. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, that's going to be the highest grossing fight. It's going to be the biggest fight of 2021. It's going to be Wilder versus versus Deontay Wilder 3. That's going to be the biggest fight of this year. It's going to break records. It's going to be up there when it comes to the pay-per-view in the UK. And it's going to be up there when it comes to the pay-per-view in the United States as well. And the gate is going to be ridiculous. Regardless of what people don't want to see this fight. They don't want to see this fight. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And the fight's going to be massive. But that all to the side, if they honestly are saying that deal was for real between Anthony Joshua and between Tyson Fury, there is zero reason not to sign that fight. There is zero reason not to finish negotiations for that fight. None. They need to finish it. It's moronic to start all over again later on. The money's there, everything is good. Just like, all it is a little stumbling block. It's just patience. You're talking about having to wait August, let's say September, October, November, December. Waiting an additional 3 months. Basically having it 3 months later than you wanted to have it. That's it. And you still get to have that bout that you wanted. So Eddie Hearn, okay, Barry, and everybody that's, correlates with Tyson Fury, get that deal done and get that deal signed and put it on Instagram for all of us to see. Take pictures of those papers being signed and put it out there for us to see. To show us that it's real. And to show us that this is something that you really want to do. Because there's nothing that's stopping you from setting that up and signing that deal. Zero. But I don't see that happening because it wasn't real to begin with. Like, subscribe, share. I'm out.